everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Blair. I'm so happy that you're here today. Today I'm doing a full face of Nothing New featuring high-end makeup. So I'm using a ton of things I used to love and probably still will, but I haven't used them in a little while. And I wanted to do a full face and kind of bust out some of these products again. I'm also going to be doing this in the drugstore version and maybe some other full face of Nothing New videos the rest of the month as well. Let me know in the comments if you have any video requests. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and also make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair. Thank you for watching, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my corrector now, and I'm using my Bobbi Brown corrector in the color Bisque. I got this a few months ago, and I've been using it a good bit. I really like it. I actually like to apply this with a brush. I'm using this one by Sigma. This is a P84. Just get some on my brush. Look how much that just brightened up under my eye. It's crazy. I said this in another video, but I actually just recently started putting on my corrector and concealer first before my foundation, and I started doing that because I saw in a Bobbi Brown something, it was an interview she did, and she was saying that she always does corrector and concealer first before foundation, and I don't know why. I've just never done that. I've always done foundation first, but I actually really liked it because I feel like for some reason you use less foundation when you put your concealer and corrector on first. I don't know why, but I really do think it makes a difference. So already looking better. Love, love, love that corrector. It's one of my favorites. For concealer, I'm trying to decide between two. Okay, I guess I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I have two shades like always. I have the shade Snow and the shade Vanilla. Vanilla is a lot darker than Snow, so I usually mix the two. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know I almost always mix concealer and foundation. I don't know why, but I don't know why I do that. I just love to mix things. I could probably get away with using just one, but I really enjoy mixing things. And then I'm going to blend that in with my same Real Techniques sponge. I do really like this concealer. It does remind me of Shape Tape. It's just not as drying. It's not as mattifying as Shape Tape, in my opinion. But it works really well. It gives great coverage. Have a great shade range. I really do enjoy it, so I like having these in my collection. For foundation today, I'm actually going to use my Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I have not used this in quite a while, but I remember when this came out and I got this, I loved this foundation. I used it constantly. I have mine in the shade 1.3, and we're going to use this today. So if you haven't tried it, it's a thicker foundation. And it's obviously made to just dip your sponge right into, but I always dot my foundations on my face, so that's what I'm gonna do. But you can just dip your sponge right into the product. I'm gonna blend this in with this Zoeva 104 buffer brush. And we're gonna start blending this in. Wow, I forgot how much coverage this foundation has. I haven't used it in months, and I don't know why, because I loved this one immediately when I got it. I just haven't been reaching for it. I guess because there's been so many new foundations that have come out in the last few months, and I've been trying a lot of them, but I actually really like this foundation. And this is a really good color for me right now. So I'm gonna go over it with my sponge too, just to make sure everything is blended out. Yeah, so this foundation is pretty full coverage, so if you don't love a full coverage, you probably won't like this. And it is pretty matte, but sometimes I like that. I do like dewy finishes, but sometimes I don't mind this. It's a very natural matte. It's not like a dry looking matte. So I really do like this one. Okay, so here's the foundation blended in. I'm actually really glad I used this one because I forgot how much I like that foundation. So I'm glad I used that. But to set my face and my under eyes, I'm gonna use my Mercier translucent powder. This is another one of my favorites. I have so many loose powders too, but I always end up going back to this one. I really love it. It's one of those products that I think I'll always repurchase. It's because it's such a classic, really nice loose setting powder. Lightly set the rest of my face. And then I also have the Glow version in a little mini size. And sometimes I like to take just a little bit of this, just like that much. And I'll just kind of dust this like on the high points of my face, like where you might apply highlighter. Definitely don't have to do that. I like more of a glow, so I like to add just a little bit. It is pretty shimmery, the Mercier glow powder, so if you don't like shimmer, I definitely would not apply that all over your face. But it is really pretty if you like more of a subtle shimmer to just put it on the high points. For bronzer and blush, I actually want to go back into this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lightgasm, or actually it's the Glowgasm face palette, and the color is Lightgasm. This came out earlier this year, like I want to say March or April, and I got this. Honestly, one reason I got it is because I just love this packaging. It's like a multicolor marble kind of compact. It's really pretty. But this is what it looks like. It's really nice. I just haven't reached for this that much, and I'm not sure why. So I wanted to dip back into it today. So we're gonna first go into the bronzer shade. For some reason with face palettes, I love them. Like, I love to buy them. And I don't know why, because I find that I almost always reach for like individual products and not palettes. And I'm not sure why, but I really need to start actually using my face palettes because I have a lot of them. I just don't use them. And it's really pretty. I don't know why I don't use this. So you guys will have to let me know, do you reach for face palettes or do you usually reach for individual products? I don't know why, because I like face palettes. I have a ton of them, and I love to look at them, and I have really pretty ones, but I tend to always choose just individual products. I don't know why. But that bronzer is pretty in there. And then for blush, I'm gonna mix a little bit of both of these shades. This one's pinkier, this one's more of a rose gold. It's kind of a highlighter, honestly. And these do have a good bit of sheen to them. So if you don't like shimmer, probably not gonna like this. Actually, I feel like this, I'll have to look, but I feel like this palette was limited edition. I don't think you can even get it anymore. Could be wrong, but I feel like it was a product that was only available for a certain amount of time. I'm gonna go into the highlight in here as well. I'm gonna use this Anastasia A23 brush. It's pretty too. Yeah, I need to reach for this palette more because I do like it. For brows, I'm going to use what I always use, which is my Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this, let's see, this is not high-end, but it's the only brow gel that I use, clear brow gel, the NYX Control Freak. But we're going to fill in the brows with the Brow Wiz first. I use the shade Soft Brown. I'm probably going to speed up this part because this is not that exciting. For eyes, I'm going to prime them first with this Bare Minerals Gin Nude eyeshadow primer. This one is in the shade Exposed. Hopefully this works. I haven't used this in quite a while, so I hope it's not old. It feels okay. I used to use this every single day. This was my go-to. Even if I didn't put anything else on my eyes, I would apply this just because it's a really good color. It evens out my lid, and I just really liked how it looked. But then I started using my NARS tinted eyeshadow base, and that one's kind of taken the place of this one, but I do still really like this. I zoomed in a little bit for the eyes. So we're gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury Quad. This is the Exaggereyes for Bigger, Brighter Eyes filter. This was another product that I really loved as soon as I got this, but I just haven't been reaching for it lately. So I wanted to use it again. So the first thing I do want to do is go in with a little bit of that bronzer. Okay. Next, I'm going to go into the matte shade in the palette. I really like this color. It's kind of a rosy, mauve-y color, but it's really pretty. Really do like it. Now I'm going in to this rose gold shimmer shade. I had to move the camera a little further back because it's not wanting to stay in focus. I said it in my last video, but I just got a camera and I'm filming on it right now, but I do not know how to work this at all. Like, I have been playing around with the settings all the time, and I just feel like I still cannot get it right, and I don't know why, but anyway, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm gonna go into the shimmer shade right here with my finger. So this is a really interesting shade. Almost looks purple in the pan, but when you put it on your eye, it looks almost, I don't know, it looks like a taupey kind of color with shimmer in it. Almost looks like a glaze over the colors you already have. And then I'm gonna take the really light champagne shade. And then I am gonna go in with that matte shade again. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the bottom lash line. Then I'm gonna go back into the Lightgasm palette and I'm gonna go in with the highlight shade. I'm gonna put a little bit of this under my brow bone. For eyeliner, I'm gonna use the MAC Kohl pencil in the shade Teddy. I used to use this all the time too. It's a really pretty shimmery brown. It's not shimmery, it's like has a little bit of a coppery tone to it, but it's really nice. Just dragged it a little bit outward, like for a little wing. I really like doing that lately as well. Now I'm going in with a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury Rockin' Kohl liner in Barbarella Brown. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to my waterline. And then I'm gonna curl my lashes with my Surratt eyelash curler. And for my eyelashes today, I'm gonna use my Holy Grail lash combination. This has always been my absolute favorite. It's Benefit Roller Lash and Too Faced Better Than Sex on top. So there's just one coat of roller lash. Don't even really need Better Than Sex on top, but I'm gonna add just a little bit because that's always been my favorite lash combination ever. I mean, look at that. So good. For lips, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Subculture lip liner and I think a little bit of MAC Whirl as well. These used to be my two absolute favorite lip liners. I've just found so many that I like. I don't reach for these as much anymore. So I wanted to bring these out again today. That was the shade Subculture, and I'm gonna take a little bit of Whirl and I'm gonna add this right in the center. I love those two colors together. And then for lips, I'm also going to use another MAC product. This is the Cream Sheen lipstick in the shade Modesty. Just a really pretty nude. I'm going to take, let's see, this used to be pretty much the only lip gloss I would ever use, and I have not used this in forever, but I'm sure I still will love it. It's the Marc Jacobs what is this called? The Enamored High Shine Lip Lacquer in Sugar Sugar. So there was a time on YouTube, you may remember, where everybody talked about this. It smells so good too. It smells minty. So pretty. It's just a really good pinky nude gloss. It looks pretty over everything. So I really, really like that. So pretty. And then I'm going to spray my face with my Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 primer spray, and I love this too. I actually like this as primer as well. I didn't use it as primer today, but I really like that. And then I've been just going over my face lightly with my sponge after I set my face. Okay, so this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. These were some of my favorite products for quite a while, but I just haven't used them in a while. And since I'm doing a no-buy January for makeup, I wanted to bring all these products out. I'm actually planning to do a drugstore version of this, so hopefully you guys like these videos. I see a lot of people doing this on YouTube, especially in January, the first of the year. I think it's a good time to just kind of use makeup that you have and really evaluate everything that you already own and figure out what you love and maybe what you should get rid of. So hopefully this month will allow me to do that. Let me know if you have any video requests below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, please subscribe and make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you again for being here. I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.